Hi, I'm Famke Janssen. I play Scotty Hargrave on the Blacklist Redemption, and tonight we have our very exciting season finale, which you definitely have to tune into. And we're going to play a trailer for you now, just a teaser to get just a little bit of a sense of what's going to come up.
Their plan is in place, and now's the time to take her down.
I'm going in through the front to enable you to launch a tactical assault through the back.
We can't have Howard upend everything we've been working on.
It's on me.
Gotcha.
You can't get out. We're coming in.
I have a few tricks to play.
The Blacklist Redemption season finale, Thursday on NBC.
Hi, Olive Rothko. I know you have a question. So, Redemption's obviously a spin-off. Was there any pressure to match the original series? You know, I guess there's always a lot of pressure when you take on a part, and maybe a little bit more so when it's a spin-off, but I never try to think about those things. I just want to throw myself into the part and the character and create something original. So I hope that answers your question. I'm mostly very excited because I think our spin-off stands on its own, and that was our intention. Moonlit Keek asks, what was your most favorite moment on screen? And I'm assuming you mean Redemption. There have been a few moments. There have been some very exciting scenes, some very emotional scenes. I'm trying to think if there's one specific one that I really loved more than anything. You know, I think all the stuff that Ryan and I have been playing together, and some stuff with Terry, who plays my husband. It's difficult to pick. I don't have one. Good question, though. Thank you. Vikash, I hope I'm pronouncing your name right, says, what are you most excited for viewers to see tonight? They're going to find out part of the truth about Scotty. I feel that she needs a voice that she wasn't, you know, there was a lot of speculations about who she is or was or is not, or who really has the control over Halcyon, and what the truth is behind her and Howard's relationship and their past. We're going to have some of those questions answered, and then we're going to have some new questions at the end of the show, a good cliffhanger. So watch out for the very last moment, too, that we see on screen. An important moment. I'm very excited about it. Justin asks, do you think that Scotty and Howard will be able to be co-grandparents to Agnes without killing each other? Oh, I don't know. I think we've set up that that's a pretty contentious relationship between Howard and Scotty, and I'll let you answer that question after you see the season finale tonight to see how you think Scotty would answer that question. Lupi M. Soto asked, do you do your own stunts or use a stunt woman? Well, that's a really good question because I like doing my own stunts when asked. Sometimes they allow me to do it, sometimes they don't. But whenever I have done them, I seem to get in a little bit of trouble. I've broken about 4 ribs over the span of my career so far, at least. I've lost count at some point. By doing stunts and doing them terribly, clearly. So the answer is, yeah, I like to do them, but I'm just a tad too clumsy, I guess. Marge asks, what is your favorite moment of the series so far? You know, wow, so many good questions and so many terrible answers on my part. I don't know, because there are just so many interesting scenes, and I really love what I got to play as Scotty. She's such a complex character with so many layers and different relationships with people that I like that we've played around with the notion of who can we really trust in this world? Is it Scotty? Is it Howard? Is it Tom? Is he just stuck between these two parents? So I think anything having to do with that triangle is really my favorite. Justin Hughes asks, hi, Famke. How much input do you have towards your character or the story? And what was your favorite episode you filmed so far? Thank you, from England. Hi. England. Yes, I did get a little bit of input in the character. It's, you know, it goes fast. Television goes so much faster than film. And So we mostly, by the time we get the script, we'll almost have to be ready to start filming it. So there's very little time for that. But the very last shot of this season is something that I contributed to. So watch that. Christy Roberts asks, do you find Scotty's character to be challenging from an acting perspective? She seems to transition from icy to emotional on a moment's notice. I don't know, Chris. Icy, really? Emotional, yes, but icy, are we really going to go there? I think that's what they say about women when they have to be strong in a world like that. She operates in a world of, it's a military organization that's privately owned and run, and she has to be, it's a tough job, and she's surrounded by a lot of men and a lot of last-minute decisions, so she has to be strong. I call it strong, and so is it challenging as an actor to go between these different types of emotions that range really from one end to the next? Absolutely. But it's fun, and it's great, and I'm really grateful for the opportunity. Jamie asks, what does your little heart tattoo, how do you know about that? What does my little heart tattoo mean? Are you planning on getting more? I have a tiny little heart tattoo. Thank you for noticing. It's so small. I thought it looked more like a freckle. I got it a long, long time ago when I was in love with somebody. And am I planning on getting more? I always thought to get something that related to my dog, Licorice. So I'll have to think about what that potentially would look like. Then Ace asks, what is it like sharing the set with James Spader? The two of you shared an amazing on-screen chemistry. Just wondered about what we don't see. Ace, I hate to break it to you, but he's on the Blacklist. I'm on Blacklist Redemption, and we have not acted since I came for 2 episodes on Blacklist Redemption at the end of their 3rd season. So what will happen in the future, whether or not we're going to have another season, hopefully yes, tune in, tell everybody how much you love our show. And then in the future we could cross over potentially, and who knows whether that would happen or not. Jamie asked, oh, no, we're done with all of you. Yes, Jamie does ask, what are your favorite places in the Netherlands? Well, I really love Amsterdam because that's where I spend most of my time. That's where most of my family lives, and I have all little places that I love, little coffee shops where I get my local coffee. There's a chocolate store I'm obsessed with that sells chocolate in the way that people sell wine, like tasting. You come in and they say, do you like 80% or 90% or 75%, or from what region do you like it? And you can taste it specifically and then buy it. It's amazing. So it's a very specialized a place where they have little places like, stores and mom and pop type of stores, and I love it. So I have many different ones, hotels and all of it. You have interesting names, all of you. I thought my name was complicated. Sargam asks, is your character a hero or a villain? I'm going to let you make that decision at the end of this season finale tonight. I'm very curious what you think. I think she's a hero. I know she has villainous qualities, potentially to some, but you make that decision. Diane Blake asks, do you think Scotty will ever get to be a real mom to Tom? Well, it's been a rough ride for Scotty this whole season as it relates to her relationship with Tom. She didn't even know he was her son until very recently. And so they've not gotten off to a very good start. There's been a lot of lies and issues between the two of them. So if we go for another season, I guess we're going to find out. Dinson Ivan asks, considering the fact that you have a very tactical role, do you see yourself directing or producing an episode? My second question is, has the show changed your life in any ways? Dinson. I think those are awesome questions. If we go for another season, I will definitely get a producer credit on it, and I would love to direct in the future because that's one of my dreams, and I've directed a movie and I'm getting another one off the ground, so we'll see if there's space or time or interest for me to do that at some point on Redemption. And your other question went away already, so I can't even answer it anymore because I forgot. Sorry. Spiking Watson asked, what was like working with Ryan Eggold? Well, he lied to me a lot. He didn't tell me that he was meant to be my son for this entire time, so we didn't start off on a very good foot. But I'll try to warm up to him in the second season and see if we can get off to a better start. It depends what he does to get me out of potential precarious situation I'm in. No, he's a great guy. That was really a very bad joke. Thank you for asking. And Alexandra asks, what kind of music do you like? Jazz, pop, classic? Well, Alexander or Alexandre, I don't know where you're asking this from, so I don't know how to pronounce your name and if you're male or female, but I like a lot of different music. And so I found this French radio station called FIP, F-I-P. And they're so eclectic that it goes from French hip-hop to classical to old movie tunes to, I mean, you name it. It's so, you're never bored. You never know what's going to happen. And I need that right now because sometimes I just get stuck listening to one specific thing, and that gets a little boring. Uh-oh, only 2 more questions. Molly, you're one of the lucky ones, I guess. If you could give any advice to your character, what would it be? Lighten up, Scotty, is what I would say. I know life seems a little tough right now, but put a smile on your face. It's all going to be okay. There is a future, and I feel it's a bright one for you. And so our last question is coming up now. Garrett, I'm assuming we expect when watching the season finale? Will Scotty be looking for redemption in the end? Well, you're just asking this prematurely. You're just going to have to wait and see soon. Tonight, 10 p.m., we're on, and you're going to find out what's, is going to happen, what Scotty's fate will be, and if she's going to seek redemption, get redemption, or if other people need to be redeemed, or if nobody gets redemption. We'll find out soon. Anyway, I really appreciate all your questions, and it was great. I hope that you watch tonight and will be as excited about this last episode as I am, and I really hope we'll go another season, and then I will be back to talk to you about that. Thank you so much.